The South Spartans have one of the deeper track teams in the South Bay, their strong suit being long distance, but the sprinters aren't far behind the curve. For the North Saxons, the team totals scored in each meet are helped by a few shooting stars. Our Michael French gives us the long and the short of the North and South meet.
It would be a fight to the end as the South Spartans took on their rival, the North Saxons, in a dual meet this week. Who would be able to pull away? Well, let's start off with the sprints, the boys' 100 meters. And this race would belong to Chris Harvey. You see him, he's the third one from the left. It starts off close, but he begins to pull away at the end. Folks, he might win the state title this year. Gets a personal best, 10.58 seconds in the 100. And in the girls' 100 meter, it's Tamika Mayo of South finishing in around 12 seconds. She had a strong win for South. And in the girls' 200, it's Ronisha Valerie. We'll hear from her later on. She's in a tight race with Tamika Mayo, but begins to pull away and distance herself. She wins in 24.74, a very strong time in the 200. And for the boys' 200, it's Harvey again. Sets another personal best, 21.92 seconds. And he talked about the win and the day he had for the Saxons.
Got the blocks really hard and just keep my composure during the race. I was happy.
It was the distance of South versus the sprinting of North as the superstars came out and showed themselves big. Chris Harvey, Ronisha Valerie, Austin Henry, David Schulte, and Erica Despacia all had great races. Now we know where North does sprints. They won 4 of the 6 sprinting events, but South does distance. Here you see Erica Despacia, who won the 1600 meter in dominating fashion, and she talked about her win.
Wasn't really sure what their fastest girl usually got, so I would just go out and try my best and try and beat my record, and it ended up being enough this time.
In the girls' 400 meter, Ronisha Valerie makes quick work of the competition. She's in contention for a CIF and possibly state championship this season. This race wasn't close, but in the boys' 400, it was a different story. You see Austin Henry on your right, David Schulte on your left. You might remember them from the basketball team this past season. Coming down the stretch full speed, Henry has the lead, but David Schulte doesn't give up, and at the very last second is able to overtake his teammate, and both runners talked about the race.
And, I strained my back, so we used no blocks today. I didn't have my blocks. That usually gets me out pretty fast. So I didn't have that today. I didn't know how I was going to do. My coach, Coach Brown, worked on me right before the race. So I got back as soon as possible. That I had first. But my teammate come up on me really good.
I just started off going 100%, you know, paced myself in the middle, and then I knew my friend Austin's like best one on our team, so I just had to make sure I stay with him till the end.
Just like most North-South dual meets, this one would come down to the end. And when I say end, I mean the last event of the meet, the 4x4 relay. Here you see Chris Henry and David Schulte. They've won multiple events between them already. Racing in the anchor leg, Chris Harvey able to overtake Schulte at the very end, but the South boys would win the overall meet as well as the South girls, but this was a terrific meet for both schools.
Thanks, Michael, for the story. It was a good meet, that's for sure. The South girls took the North squad with the team total 84 to North's 52. Erica DiBiasio claimed the 800, 1600, and 3200 long distance races. And the boys' race was tight, but North came out on top by a single point. Saxon Chris Harvey won the 100, 200, and anchored the winning 1600 meter relay. The North boys track team comes up with a 2-0 record in league, and it's only going to get better. After a short break, we'll take a plunge and get wet with the Torrance swim team. Don't go anywhere.